Okay, hey guys, I think we got everything good now, I think. So, for today's video, I thought I would do, I thought we would be able to do two things in today's video, sorry for the table wobbly, sorry guys. For today's video, I thought we would do an ink drawing for my ink portraits, video, and also I thought we would do mermaid. Now, before we get into Procreate, before we talk about Procreate, I am going to say, since I do have the sketchbook, I do have watercolors, I'm itching to do something with watercolors right now. I don't know about you, but all of this ink drawings, yes, I'm getting very confident with it, and yes, I know how to shade, and been learning about shading and everything, and I'm really ecstatic and happy with the portrait that I'm creating right now. But in the end, I'm itching for something watercolor. So, hence the drawing I'm doing traditionally. And I realized you can ink with cartoons and things like that, cartoon illustrations and everything like that. So I'm really excited for today's drawing, especially because I am doing an octopus mermaid. Now, how I came up with the concept of an octopus mermaid is the prompt for today, which is octopus. So I came up with this little scene here of, can you guys see that okay? Okay. So I came up with this scene here of an octopus and a mermaid, and I'm going to do pastel crazy with this drawing watercolors. And the watercolors, before we move on to the actual watercolors I will be using in this, if I can find them. I don't know where to put, okay, here they are. These are the watercolors I will be using for this drawing right here. And I quickly learned when I was doing my ink illustrations and everything like that, in my mixed media sketchbook, Strathmore, when I did that sketchbook a while back, I learned that I could do watercolor ink together. So I'm taking the opportunity to do watercolor illustrations with ink. So I'm really excited. I've been looking for ways of how to define my watercolor sketches. And I'll also be showing you the watercolors I am using for the skin tones, which is these right here. I don't know what these are called, but I love these. They start with a D, but these are my favorite watercolors I've been using. And these look like, you open them up. And when I got this at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, I forget which one day I was very excited about them when I saw them. This was the best purchase for my money because I've been using them for cute illustrations for the longest time when I do watercolor. So you're over at the stationery section. They are there with the Hobby Lobby. So I think that's where I got them. These are paper crafts. They were $15. Art Philosophy by Prima. These are metallic and semi watercolors. Best purchase I ever made for my favorite watercolors. I've been using them ever since for cute drawings. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we get started, before I forget, for the portrait I'll be working for ink. Now I'm really excited about the shading because I've been getting really confident with my shading and getting those darker marks with cross-hatching and blending with the pen and trying to have that dramatic effect with it and just having a lot of fun. Now, the reason I say this, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, that explains why I'm excited about this, and because I had learned I set my expectations too high. Now, with that being said, it's like saying, oh, I want to be like them, or, you know, But if you have your expectations low, A, you'll enjoy the process a lot more, which I'm finding with this one, I am. And 2, I'm setting the timer, so every 15 minutes, I get 15 minutes maximum to work on this. Take a break, come back to it, and be fresh. There's a whole video I did yesterday, so go check that out. It's called Art Survival Tips Toolkit video, so definitely go check that out if you're in art blocks. I was in major art block. I was looking for something that would help me get past art block, and that Skillshare class opened up doors, and it's okay to create. So I am excited how this is turning out. I can't wait to do the hair for you guys if we get to that point. So let's see if it's still recording, and it is. So we have a lot to cover. I love saying that. That's my favorite phrase. If I ever get merch someday or something like that, I'm going to probably put it in a lot to cover or something. I don't know. I just think it's cute. But anyways, guys, with that being said, I'm glad I'm back to making videos for you guys. Having a day off or two every now and then is great, and I just feel more motivated right now, and that's great, and I am happy. So, anyways, enough talking. Let's get started. Okay, hey guys. Welcome to today's video. No, I didn't have a topic in mind when I started the video, like started the intro and everything. Now, for the topic in mind I have today is, can perfectionism be dangerous? And actually, the Skillshare class I took yesterday really explained that it actually can be dangerous, and it can lead to art block. And if you draw a line on your paper with a pencil, are you tempted to erase it to make it perfect? This video is definitely for you, because I'm going to share some tips and tricks how I get past art block and be able to create again and be like relaxed, and it's okay. And you could always fix the line to make it perfect, but why not just let go of perfectionism? Well, it's easier said than done. The reason I'm saying that, because we need sometimes for our art block for months and months, weeks and weeks and days, and so on. So I'm going to share some tips and tricks how you can avoid perfectionism. But if you guys have been following me for a while now, I do have sketchbooks, like junk sketchbooks, putting anything and everything in sketchbooks, and what I attempt to draw. So I have multiple sketchbooks going on now, and before I would usually stick to one. But I'm finding myself, if I spread myself, if I get bored on one sketchbook, I can always go to the next. But that's kind of a little bit boring, and I want to have fun, and I don't want to get bored. Well, I always have an ink drawing going on, and I realized to myself, you'll see this later in the video, but when I was looking at my lines and my ink drawing, it's not perfect. And with that being said, that's okay. I mean, it's art. You're always going to be drawing the next drawing, right? So it's always a fresh new paper, way to, more discoveries. But perfectionism gets to us sometimes, and I want to talk about today's video. So what I mean by perfectionism, that line is waiting for it to be drawn. That drawing is waiting for you, and it's already there. And even though it might not be on paper yet, but I've always had these great ideas. If you don't have great ideas, sketch a few thumbnails first. With that being said, I had sketched thumbnails first for this piece, but then I had realized when I was drawing it, the chest area is a little too high, and I really need to work on my anatomy, however you want to say it, and I need to work on that. But with that being said, that's what challenges are for, is to provide you with practice. If you were to have told me 15 days ago of this ink challenge, I'm able to do ink portraits, and I'm able to shade ink and shade faces and pen, ballpoint. And, I should be proud of myself. I should be Debbie Downer saying, like, oh, I completed, 15 drawings. Big deal. It is a big deal, because I've almost finished the challenge. And yes, I had art block during it, and yes, it was very, very, I guess, art blocking moments I've had. Like, I kept starting stopping portraits, and, with the class, it helped me think of, okay, let's backtrack. What makes this piece great? What makes this piece weakness? Can I perfect it in some way? Or can I go back and learn a bit or two about it and practice that in my sketchbook? That's what sketchbooks are for, to practice on and uh, to perfect our drawing skills. With the shading on the face, I would say the bar too high, with the portrait beforehand. But now, knowing me, now I think of, hey, this is a great piece. I actually really like it. Um, I'm not saying the bar too high, and I'm actually liking the results. I'm having a lot more fun, and I'm more relaxed, and I'm really excited about it. So, I'm just very proud of how far I came with these challenges and of how far I am able to complete them. I'm not trying to brag or boast, but my opinion of art has changed drastically, and I feel like sometimes I was talking to my friends the other day, and I felt like I was being too hard on myself, and there were videos where that was coming across, and I want this to be a happy place for you guys, and I don't want to be like a sad place or whatever. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions or anything about perfectionism, how to let it go, and how to be free with your art again, if you need to, take a sketchbook and just scribble in it. Scribble like crazy. Scribble and see if you turn those scribbles into something. You can turn it into a dinosaur. You can turn it into a planet. You can turn it into an alien. Anything your heart desires. Um, it's just art's meant to be fun, and it's not meant to be stressful. And I'm saying this to myself. If you're trying to be like other artists and everything, that's great. But at the end of the day, it's your art, and it's your art to make you happy. So, I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow's video. Bye, guys.